I saw Frank the first time driving a Kike for Chrysler in stock cars, and got to know Frank over the years. He followed IndyCar racing, and he always came with us, helped us, kind of as our super chef, you might call him. Great guy. The fellow that supplies us with the best food in the pits day or night.
Team drivers Rick Mears and Al Unser Sr. fuel themselves with Frank's food while others fuel their cars. Frank Mundy is up at 7 o'clock every morning here at Indy, making about 90 sandwiches a day, wrapping them neatly. Remember, everything with Penske is neat.
When they started racing in Atlanta, after I retired from racing in '56, I started going out and feeding them, and, you know, since we were good friends, and also it made me feel like a little more a part of racing, I'd loan them my motorhome, cook shrimp for them, and they appreciated it. And now, instead of playing golf, fishing, my main hobby now is to follow the whole circuit. So I bring the food on the plane, I make it at home in my own kitchen, and you might say I'm a self-proclaimed gourmet.
When he stopped driving stock cars, Frank got into real estate and boat building and did it very well. He and his wife May live in a nice house near the governor's mansion in Atlanta, and he's not wanting for basic transportation, but he loves being in the pits.
Boys treat me just like one of the team, so I'm real fortunate in the fact that I picked a winning team and that I'm on a winning team.
I tell you, the Penske team leaves absolutely nothing to chance. Get a look at the crowd here. Every one of them still on the alert. It's not quite over. We continue to race towards the end of the Indianapolis 500. Danny Sullivan the leader, Andretti second, Guerrero third. 24 laps left in the race now. Debris flying around the track. Earlier, a piece of it got on Mario Andretti's car. Didn't cost him in this case, however. There is the leader, Danny Sullivan of Louisville, Kentucky.
With 24 laps to go is a critical strategic point, because with the tanks topped up, they can now make the rest of the distance without any pit stop. So we are, unless there's another yellow, we're going to see a dash for the end.
Okay, there is Danny Sullivan, and just in front of him, now look who's in front of him. It's Michael Andretti, the son of Mario. Mario, trying to gain on Danny Sullivan, is behind there and not very far behind.
Nope, there he is.
Is Michael Andretti doing a little blocking job, as Al Unser Jr. appeared to do for his father a couple of years ago?
A couple of years ago. Well, there's certainly every possibility. Michael, because of the good radios, good radio communication everybody has, I would say there's no doubt that Michael is aware, at least by now, of the situation. Yeah, he's going to make it hard for Danny to get by. I don't know how hard, though. And Danny has got a really quick car at this stage. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is very exciting. Here it comes. Look at this.
Mario is gaining. The red car behind the other red car.
Yep.
And Michael is still hanging in front of Danny.
Yeah, and you know, Michael doesn't have to block him per se because of this turbulence factor. That alone is enough to keep Danny at bay for a lap or two. Look at how much closer Mario is now. Jim, look at that. Mario's right in the picture.
A real factor in the race. We've got a race going again. Thanks, it appears, to Michael Andretti, who's just holding his own.
Well, okay.
Danny's made it this time.
All right, yeah, but I don't think it's over, because Mario had started to close in. Mario, you know, changed some things on that last pit stop.
Well, look at this. Fittipaldi coming into the pit.
Can't be routine because he stopped way too recently for this.
Very tough break, but the race still goes on from first and second place. But it looks to me like, Sullivan is pulling away again. Pulling away again. For a moment there, it looked like this could have been a dash to the finish, but I think Sullivan's just got too much. Nothing untoward occurs.
Yeah, but so many things that can go wrong. I mean, as simple a thing as all the debris on the track. I mean, some of that could lodge in a radiator or something like that. Sullivan, you mentioned, of course, Louisville, Kentucky, Jim, home of the Kentucky Derby. Here's Danny from Louisville, Kentucky. That name suddenly coming up in this month of May.
Yeah, we started the month in Louisville, and here we have a man from Louisville, perhaps about to win the Indianapolis 500. Must be so frustrating for Mario Andretti. This was going to be the year, and nothing really has gone wrong with his car.
No, this was to be the centerpiece, really, this Indy victory for Mario, the centerpiece of the whole Newman Haas effort. This whole team that they put together a couple of years ago worked so hard on. Mario is the national champion. He won the race at Long Beach. It was the race before this, and now at the most critical moment, his car does not have the speed. It just does not have the speed. That has got to be incredibly galling to Mario Andretti.
But still, the 400,000 are in place.
Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, this is far from over. He's passing Derek Daly. Danny Sullivan passing Derek Daly. I remember back to the very first day Danny Sullivan ever came to the Indianapolis track. I happened to be here. I watched him register and everything. There's Emerson Fittipaldi out of his car. What a contrast to A.J. Foyt, incidentally, Jim. No histrionic. And after a much more bitter disappointment.
Oh, Bill Whittington up against the wall in car number 12. So that'll bring out the yellow again.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
the
not that many laps to go. This race could finish under the yellow flag.
Yeah, it's that close.